Okay, so I'm gonna show off a little bit what I made in my game so far. This is a placeholder. It is unfortunately AI generated, but I will be replacing it later on with assets made either by me or bought from other people. But this is just a proof of concept. So let's go ahead. New game. Okay, as you can see, graphics aren't great right now. It's just starting out. I haven't really made custom sprites for any of the characters. This is a really nice tile set I bought on Steam. It's DLC, but it's not the best still. It's pretty nice, but I will be doing some customization on it if I can. Make the shrine look a little bit more overgrown. I'm not a huge fan of this tile on the ground. It's pretty gross, although these stones look really nice, and the stepping stones. There's a lot of really high quality assets here. But yeah, here is the entrance, the Ichitori, which is the main entrance to the shrine. Now it's black below because I have an open line of no tiles at all, and the reason I have that, or row rather than line, and the reason I have that is because there's no way to delete tiles in RPG Maker MZ, because apparently that's not a feature you need. So I need clear tiles to copy and put on tiles that I want to remove, or I will have issues with going through things. Like here, for example, like sometimes I'm able to walk through walls and stuff, and I think it's mostly because of like leftover tiles that are crossable. There's multiple layers in RPG Maker. It's a whole thing. But anyway, this is the main shrine grounds, or rather this is the outer shrines, the smaller shrines. The inner shrine is over here. I haven't finished it yet, but there's a sign here that says warning, area ahead under construction, no entry. So I can't get in here right now. That's because it's not available right now. This is called a Kagura or No stage, and this is where performances will be done by Miko during festivals. They will be doing Kagura dances. That's for way later in the game. Festivals, I intend to have the ability to host a festival in the vertical slice, but that's very far away in the future. This little shrine, or called Sesha, if I'm not mistaken. Seshas are very small shrines, and Mashas are, if I'm not mistaken, maybe this building here is a Sesha. I need to look that up again. But basically, this will allow you to sleep and restart the day. So we're not going to do that today. But instead, I would like to point you to these four things up here. This icon that the mouse is on right now, this indicates that it's early morning. And because I'm a huge weeb, I have been using Japanese characters for the weekdays and for the seasons. So this is Monday, Getsuyobi. It's the moon, and it's spring, and it's the first day of spring. And because you might want to play around with this a little bit in the game, I created these four little shrines where you can set the time of the day. We're going to keep it at 0, which is early morning. You can set the day of the week. So if you look at here, it's Kayobi, which is Tuesday. But we're going to go back to Getsuyobi. We can also change the seasons. There's really no... this is summer, this is autumn, and this is winter. But there's really nothing more than that change right now. So we're going to go back to 0. And you can change the day of the month from 0, which is first day, to 29, which is the 30th day. This is a little sacred stone. You can't really do anything with it right now. I plan to maybe have a little event with a kami of that stone housed in there. We'll see. There is a feature in this game to keep track of your happiness, which is a very simple stat right now that goes up when you do chores. Happiness is going to evolve into kami satisfaction. It's going to be visitor satisfaction. There's going to be money. As you can see, there's money up there as well. We have 2,000 yen, and that number will increase every day based on donations, and sometimes there will be events that will boost your money. You can also sell omamori and goshuin, which are little charms and stamps, and ofuda, which are scrolls. And if you sell those, well, you need to buy the materials for them, but if you make them and sell them, you will be getting some passive income from that as well. Well, that's not really passive income, I guess. Passive income will be donations. And as you can see here, we have 4 girls, quotation mark. This is Yako. And Yako is a story character. She is a kitsune. She's a fox, a young fox. I don't remember what the fox puppy, I guess. And she offers her assistance as a shrine maiden, as a miko, as thanks. She's not very good. She is like the lowest level in everything. Also, she can't read or write. Oops, gotta fix the text in there. So she can't really help you out with making omamori and stuff, which is something you do in here. Here is where you make the omamori, which are talismans or amulets for protection. And goshuin are special stamps that a shrine can hand out in a special goshuin book. There's a long history for goshuin. I won't really explain it because it's kind of not really relevant to the video, but these 4 characters are all recruitable miko. So if we go over here, which is the temporary placeholder for hiring miko to help you with certain services, you see here that we have 3 things that miko can do. They can guide some tourists, they can clean the grounds and purify it, harae, to clean, they can make amulets, or we can ask about the miko. And we only have 1 miko to ask about right now is Yako. She's the young kitsune you help protect from those mean-spirited crows. As thanks, she will always do her best to help you free of charge, but she's not very handy. So we only know about Yako right now, which means field child, by the way. Field child. She's a child of the field. Here we have Kaide, Hina, and Kasumi. So these 3, they are good at different things. Kaide, I love the forests and hills near this shrine. Do you want to hire me on as a miko? We have Hina. My name is Hina. If you hire me, I will help keep the shrine clean and pure. And here we have Kasumi. I'm Kasumi. I can help you making charms and things like that. So as you can tell, these are good at different things. Kaide is good at handling tourists and visitors. She's very outgoing and she loves the environment around the shrine. Hina is the president of the student council in school, and she's very clean and neat, and she's good at cleaning the shrine. And Kasumi is very shy and socially awkward, but she is the only member of the school's calligraphy club, and she's also very good at sewing, so she makes good omamori. So if we hire Kasumi, thank you. I know the shrine isn't so rich, but I use my allowance to buy materials, so I will put this money to good use. You see, our money decreased from 2,000 to 1,000, which means we can hire 1 more, and we're gonna hire Hina. There we go. It will be my pleasure to help you in your tasks, Kanishi-sensei. And was there anything else, or did you forget you had already hired me? Please don't make me talk to the visitors, Kanishi-sensei. And now we can't hire Kaide. Ooh, bad luck. It cost 1,000 yen to hire. So we can't hire. In the final game, obviously, these will just not be standing around in the shrine. They will be doing something else. They will maybe be unlocked throughout the story, or maybe you will meet them in events, or maybe ask rewards for doing certain things. Yako won't be available in the beginning either. That's going to be an event. But Yako, as you can tell, we could already employ from the beginning. We didn't need to purchase her services, so to speak. So, okay, we have 3 miko to help us, rather. We have here guiding tourists, cleaning the grounds, and making amulets. So, I don't want to clean the grounds. I think that's kind of boring. So I'm going to ask Hina to do that. Who would you like to hire to clean and purify the grounds? Well, actually, first of all, tell me about the miko. Hina. Hina is the president of the student council and is known for her neat and tidy personality. She can be a bit harsh with litterers. I don't know if litterers is an actual word. So people who litter. But she cares deeply for the purity of the shrine. And Kasumi. Kasumi is a quiet and unassuming girl with a flair for hand. Is that the same? I don't think that's the same avatar. She finds it difficult to deal with people, but her skills with the brush or the needle are unmatched. And we already learned about Yako. So we want to have we want Hina to clean the grounds. Leave it to me. I already checked the water quality of the Temizuya. It's at an acceptable standard. So if we check, oh, Well, that's interesting. It's supposed to, if we, I've already done this task today. Okay, so that's actually supposed to boost the shrine happiness by 2. I'm gonna have to look at why that didn't work. It's done with the Temisia here, so that's a little bug. But basically, Hina is good at doing that, so it should boost the happiness score by 2. Now, Kazumi, she should be making amulets, but I'm gonna put her at guiding tourists. I'm not sure I'm the right person for this. Now, this is 0. The visitors are satisfied and are enjoying some tea in the sunlight. Well, they're not really satisfied because Kazumi actually doesn't give you a bonus to this. So this is a bit of a management thing. I don't want it to be too simple. It's really about getting to know them. So I'm not sure if I should... I mean, I think every sign points to Kazumi just not being good with people. But maybe I will put in some more hints or something like that. If you, for example, want to hire Yako to make Ofuda, I don't really know how to write. She will actually deny doing this instead of doing it, simply because she doesn't know how to do it. So in that sense, Yako isn't going to waste a slot by doing something she can't do. So let's go make some omamori ourselves. Do you want to craft some omamori? You sit down and get working on making some amulets. And now we have a mini game here. This isn't on a timer at the moment, but it will be. It's a very, very simple mini game. But if you get it in the green, you get 2 points of happiness. If you don't, you get 1 point. I don't want the game to be too challenging. I want it to be immersive and fun. But as you can see, by the way, now in the upper left corner, time has passed. We are now in the, let's see here. How do we see what time of the day it is? It is late morning. There we go. So it's late morning right now. We can change that to afternoon. Let's see here. There we go. It's early afternoon. So you see the tiles have changed. We got a new song. And it's now in the afternoon. So we have a basic time system in place. I feel like maybe my microphone isn't that loud. I'm going to lower the game audio a little bit. There we go. Now this is the one task that only a Kanushi can do. So if we're talking to Tama, the little cat, she's Nekomata, and our assistant, we can ask her about certain things. Right now, we can't really ask about too much. As you can see, you will be able to build an index with information about the villagers, glossary, terminology, and shrine duties. So your glossary will expand as you hear new terms. And if you look here about when Tama explains how visitors work, she will mention Kami, which is in blue. And I will be getting a plugin downloaded, which will hopefully allow us to highlight or hover the mouse over a word, and there will be a little pop-up window explaining what this word means. There's also a little pun in there, if you can spot it. But Tama is with us always. I want this game to be very educational and easy to play, so I don't want to make it too obtuse. It's still probably going to be a little bit niche, but we'll see how it goes. By which I mean they are more likely to buy omamori or goshuin stamps before they leave, and maybe they'll drop more than a 5 yen coin in the saisenbako too. So you see there's a lot of terminology popping up here. I'm going to try to find a little balance with that, because I don't want the game to just throw a million words at you. But this is a saisenbako, which is a donation box. You've probably seen those. They are wooden boxes, often with little wooden wedges that you throw coins in between so you can't pick them up. And they make, the reason she mentioned a 5 yen coin is because generally the 5 yen coin is supposed to, I think the go is a satisfying sound, so it's a bit of a pun, because go means 5 in Japanese. Harae, keeping yourself and the shrine clean is super important. This is called harae, and it is done by everyone at the shrine. Visitors, miko, kanushi, even kami know to keep clean. That said, the temisia isn't for taking a bath. It's for visitors and for cleansing the grounds. You did wash yourself this morning, right? Right? So yeah, I want it to be a little bit lighthearted, but I don't want to skimp out on details when it comes to Shinto. I'm still kind of debating whether or not I will be using real kami. Oh well, this is not supposed to happen, as you can see. Still got a couple of bugs in the system. The tile sets have been causing me a lot of grief because they're not the most intuitive system. But now we're going to conduct a ceremony, a prayer to the kami, and my idea is that over time you will be able to unlock more advanced prayers, which will be more difficult to conduct, but they will give you more satisfaction from the kami. And maybe it might be influenced by other aspects as well, like how clean your shrine is, things like that. So now we're going to conduct a prayer, and you see here left, oh, and there we go, up, right, up, left. So this is a kind of, not a rhythm game, but like enter, I screwed up again. There we go. The wind rustles your clothes, the kami must be pleased. So that actually gives us a boost of 3 happiness, because we did it well. We get 0 happiness if we fail with this. If we don't conduct the ritual properly, it doesn't give us any happiness at all. So this is important to do. So you see we have 5 happiness now, and we can go to sleep. And it's a new day. So we are on Kyobi, the 2nd of spring. And it's a new day. All the tasks have been reset. We have unlocked the Shrine Maidens. The same ones we unlocked before are still unlocked. But we don't have that much money. So what I'm thinking I will be implementing is that you might be able to hire them on weekly, a week at a time. And maybe that will be done on a Monday. And you have the maidens you have, the Miko you have, until the next week. So things might happen, events might happen, or there might be bonuses gained by like visiting spirits, which means that sometimes having the right Miko can be up to luck. But I'd rather have something that is less rewarding than something that is punishing in this game. Because I don't want this game to be a punishing game. I don't want it to be a stressful game. The reason I only progress time after doing chores is because I want the player to be able to walk around and speak to people, to get an idea of what I want to do for the day, to kind of plan out their day, and then once they've decided what to do, then time will progress. If you, for example, want to go exploring in the forests for a little bit, that's going to cost you a certain amount of time. If you want to go to the old castle grounds, there's an old castle ruin from the Edo period, that was going to cost you a certain amount of time. If you want to engage yourself in some events in the town, that's going to cost time and so forth. But just speaking to people will not. You will be able to speak to people and check things around and inspect things all the time. Obviously, talking to Tama doesn't progress time, things like that. So that's the general gist of the game at the moment. As you can see, it's very much a work in process, but I am very happy with how far I've progressed since I started this last week, and I'm very much looking forward to finishing this vertical slice so that people can try the game as a whole. I will be mainly focusing on the mechanics at the moment, which is a little bit counter to how my usual creative process works, but I have been getting help from ChatGPT to help balance my game development document. I've asked it to sort of bounce ideas with me. I have presented my general ideas for the game, and it has asked me follow-up questions in order to help me structure and sort of elaborate on things that maybe I had an idea about, but I wasn't very clear in my descriptions. It has helped me set up manageable goals, priorities, and I'm just using it as a helpful sort of encyclopedia slash programming buddy slash very advanced rubber duck to sort of bounce how I want this game to turn out. And so far it's been helping me quite a lot. And I'm very happy that I did that because this game has been in my mind for quite some time. I started working on it a while back, but I'm not very good at setting up manageable goals for myself. So using ChatGPT for this has been very, very helpful. And like I mentioned before, there are a few small assets that I've used that are AI generated. This is very much temporary. I will be replacing them with assets I made myself or properly paid for assets by artists. So that's the general idea right now. And the emotions I want to capture with this game, they are melancholy, a sense of community, and a sense of moving forward while retaining a respect and love for things that generations of people have spent their lives working on, improving, making things better for future generations. I want to kind of capture the feeling of gratitude towards that generation, to honor the hard work done by people in the past, but also shine a light on people of today and the problems they are facing today. Because I don't want to vilify anyone. I don't want to say that people need to move to a certain place or work with a certain thing, but I do think it's important to bring this information to people so that they can make a choice themselves with how their relationship to the past is and plays out. And my dream is to localize this game in Japanese and make it a sort of reversed export. That is to say, a Japanese concept has been exported, adapted by a Western audience, respectfully, as much as I can, and then return to Japan, where maybe it will help spark some interest or maybe help people familiarize themselves with aspects of their culture that might not be as prevalent as it was just a few generations ago. It's quite a bold statement, not a bald statement, but a bold statement. And I'm sure that it's a little, like, I am no expert. So this will be a very educational journey for me as well. I hope to learn more about how Shinto permeates the Japanese lifestyle and how life in rural Japan can be, the hardships and the positive sides of it. And I just want to create something that really just honors and, celebrates something that is very close to my heart and makes me really excited and happy. So that's the general idea. And thank you so much for watching. I will be uploading a video later on, maybe in a week. We'll see with what progress I made. Until then, thank you for dropping by. Take care. Bye.